Hey, what's going on, tribe? It's Red again, just hitting you guys up with another video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Also, guys, I've been guided to give you guys another reading for your current situation or wherever you're at in your journey. This is more of a surrender reading, so things you may need to surrender that may be blocking you in your journey. So things you're trying to hold on too tight and you need to let go of, should I say. And this is a general reading, and all my readings are timeless. So when you come across this reading, it's for you basically. Let's see what the cards got to offer. And if any of you guys are interested in the personal reading, you can send me an email, or send me a DM on Instagram. At the moment, my readings are half price, so you can hit me up if any of you are interested and need a bit of guidance on your journey. And for some strange reason, everyone loves the Soul's Journey deck. I swear, Dan, everyone that's been purchasing readings of me goes for that deck. So it's very interesting how everyone's drawn to the Soul's Journey, who's on their inner journey, which is very interesting. But this deck is the Power of Surrender cards, and there are things that you need to surrender at this current moment. All right, let's begin. So your first card that come out is Stubbornness, and the card says, if you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. So some of you are being hella stubborn right now. There may be a certain situation that you need to, I don't know, maybe reach out to someone, or what I'm getting for that is reaching out to someone. Someone needs to reach out to someone, but someone's being very stubborn. Maybe you're being stubborn about being open and thinking you're going to get hurt, or I'm getting being vulnerable. Some of you are struggling with being vulnerable. So being vulnerable, you may come across being stubborn, but underneath you're actually vulnerable, is what I'm getting. And it's okay to be vulnerable around the right people. If you're vulnerable around the wrong people, they can take the piss out of you. So if you feel a certain pull, reach out to someone and don't be stubborn. If the energy is reciprocated, so if you're on the same level, you don't need to be stubborn. You can just reach out. But some of you need to surrender to being stubborn. I know this very well because I'm a stubborn bastard. Yeah. So it's funny when I'm doing these general readings, I'll come out in the reading as well, which is so funny. But yes, you guys need to surrender to being stubborn. This is your first card, and let's see what else. And then your next card is Surrender the Habit of People Pleasing. And then the card says, speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. Yeah, so that's basically saying exactly what it says on the card. You guys need to start putting yourself first instead of other people. As empaths and healers and light workers and starseeds and all that, if you want to go into that jazz, we tend to put other people before self, because we'd like to be of service. So whether it's healing and helping other people more than helping ourselves, we tend to put other people before ourselves, which is damaging, because you can't help someone else before you help yourself. You need to help self and then others. That's how the healing works. It's like the wounded healer. So yeah, you're being called to kind of focus more on yourself and stop trying to please everyone, because some people you can't, some people you can do whatever for, and they're still not happy in it. So yeah, you guys, I don't know where that's coming from. Someone needs to hear that in it. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, someone out there is, you're putting energy into a certain situation, and the people ain't grateful for that situation or for you, for what you do for them in it. So start concentrating on yourself. Yeah. Where we're going is yeah, where we're going, where the energy's going. Some people ain't going where we're all going, innit? That's all I'm saying. So you can be stuck in certain situations and try to please everyone, but then you just end up hurting yourself, man. And this took me a while. That's a lesson that took me ages to learn, because I love trying to save everyone, but some people don't want to be saved, man. So your next card is surrender to complete healing. And the card says, open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. So some of you, what I get from this is some of you want to do healing, and some of you are on this journey, but are feeling kind of stuck on your journey is what I'm getting. So whether you're stuck on a certain lesson that you're not getting, or things are coming up to the surface, you need to kind of just surrender to complete healing, innit? Emotional, physical, mental, and spiritual, they're different levels. So when you're on your inner journey, depending on where you're at, you may be emotional stuff may arise, so you have to deal with that. And sometimes mental stuff may arise, so you have to deal with that. Sometimes you get physical pains or problems, and then you have to deal with that. And then spiritually, sometimes you just feel blocked and feel like you're not progressing. So no matter what situation you're in, you've got to just surrender, and it's all a part of the process. If you guys, some of you guys, what I'm getting, maybe dealing with some emotional blockages. So if you're dealing with emotional blockages, I would say sound healing, Reiki, meditation, or plant medicine, if any of you are into that. So yeah, you've got to surrender to complete healing. And if you want to level up, you've got to let go, because the ego is more about attachment for the ego. Sometimes the ego, oh no, you don't want to do this and you don't want to do that, and it's all ego. So that's still not healing. That's a mental blockage if you're still in the ego, in a way, to a certain degree. But after an ego death, the ego will get kicked in the teeth and that. So yeah, surrender to complete healing and be open to receive healing as well. Some of you really are progressing in your journey, but you are feeling stuck, is what I'm getting. You're getting there. Maybe you need some assistance. So maybe you need a personal reading, or some of you've got some blockages, man. In the heart chakra blockages, and it's stopping the flow of love and giving and receiving, is what I'm getting. Oh, and your next card is surrender comparison with other people. And the card says, keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strength, attractiveness, and power. You know, some of you are worrying about what other people think. And this is more of what I'm getting. This is more ego. So say, for instance, like me, I don't care what other people think. I will go out in what I want to go out in, innit? And that's a damn problem. If I want to go out in my bright hippie shit, that's what I'm doing, innit? But some people may feel intimidated or scared to do that because of getting judged by other people. Don't worry about what other people doing. Everyone else is in the world is trying to be like other people. You need to worry about yourself, because like everyone's trying to be like everyone else. Why do you want to be everyone else? Your journey is completely different. Everyone is unique, yeah? And you got the system, or the matrix as you call it, I call it, everyone trying to fit everyone into one certain bracket. Oh yeah, you got to have the latest designer, you got to have this and you got to have that. Bruv, worry about yourself. Don't compare yourself with other people, because the people that you're trying to impress are trying to impress you low key. Do you know what I'm saying? Hey, listen. Yeah, so don't worry about other people. Like, don't compare yourself to others, because you're not other people, man. Other people low key want to be you, and people want to see you doing good, but never better than them. Trust, man. The amount of stuff I've been through on my journey is mad. I swear down, I've got lessons in nearly everything out here. Yeah. The next card is surrender to inner peace, and the card says, cultivate inner peace on a daily basis in quiet, meditative moments. Focus on stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. Listen, some of you are on this inner journey, innit? But some of you need to make time to concentrate on your spiritual practices, should I say. So meditating, I recommend meditating to anyone. For what meditating does is it just gives you a space between your emotions and your thoughts and physical problems sometimes, but more emotional and more mental. It gives you just that little bit of break instead of getting overwhelmed and bombarded with stuff. So I recommend meditating to anyone. But some of you need to go out and grind. Grind is really good. And when you're centered and coming from your heart space and grounded and stuff, people can feel it. Trust people. Like, listen, energy is contagious. When you're on a high vibe and listen, I attract shit, innit? That's what I'm saying. Like, man just attract stuff, innit? Man have random people coming up to me and talking to me and all this and that. They feel the vibe. Trust, they feel the vibe. So whatever you got to do to find that inner peace right now with these chaotic times, with everything going to shit outside, do what brings you inner peace, whether it's meditating, walking in the park, writing, reading, photography. Yeah, you need to find that inner peace. You need to find something that gives you a break from reality, because there's nothing going on in the 3D world. Listen, the 3D world is going down. It's Olympus has fallen. Listen, so you're not going to be finding peace in the external world. Peace comes from internal, yeah? So some of you need to surrender to inner peace. And if you've got a lot going on, listen, do some self-love and set yourself at least half an hour a day. At least half an hour out of 24 hours is a minor. So if you can't squeeze even 15 minutes to do what you want to do of a day, 50, that's like loving yourself. If you can't make that time for yourself, then it's all wild, isn't it? This took me a while to practice, don't get me wrong, but I only preach from experience, guys. I only preach from experience. But yeah, if you're running around after everyone else, like saying people please him, yeah, you're like, yeah, you need to find your inner peace, man, because you're being too concentrated on the external world, and you need to more focus on the internal world, and then you'll start beginning to fly. Is what I'm getting. And the next one, surrender to stress, and the card says take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back into your center. Yeah, so like I said, man, some of you are getting overwhelmed with stuff that's coming up. Maybe stuff's coming up for healing, and that can be stressful. So yeah, going out and grinding. Google grinding, because it does stuff. It helps heal the body, and it helps you to connect to Mother Earth. And because the energy is getting so wild, the ascension journey is about anchoring in the new energy, not ascending, yeah, or leveling up. Is basically shedding who you used to be. And so yeah, if you're getting stressed or whatever, like I was saying, you need to take a break. Get out, go outside in nature, go grind, walk, go swimming if you possibly can, because swimming's good. Gym is, I would recommend gym if you've got the energy for gym, but I ain't been going. But yeah, if you can go gym, running is great. Jogging, that clears the mind and gets you more physical. Some of you need more mental. So if you're stuck in your head at the moment, you need to transmute the energy or transfer the energy into physical, instead of being in your head too much. Because I'm a Virgo moon and I'm always in my head. So when I'm in my head, I need to transfer that energy. So I will go for a run. Yeah, so some of you need to relieve stress. And the next card is surrender your fear of change. And the card says the universe is reminding you that you are cared for always, whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or a relationship, or if you fear aging or death. Repeat the affirmation, I have faith that all is well. So, yeah, some of you are really stubborn and don't like change. Change is I hate change. I'm a fucking Capricorn. I hate change. But change is good. If you're scared of change, do little things that can assist you in changing. Because nothing, energy doesn't stay the same. It's always evolving and changing. Like, you know, when they say, marriage till death do you part, Well, it's not really, because in 5 years you might change as a person, and the other person might stay the same. So it's not really like, it's not really, it doesn't really work. So I'll say take small steps if you fear change. Small steps, yeah, small steps if you fear change. Step up, take stepping outside your comfort zone is needed, and some of you need to work on your solar plexus chakra for confidence and maybe self-esteem issues is what I'm getting. And some of you need to, yeah, grounding once again. Some of you are feeling ungrounded and feeling fearful because of change due to your root chakra blockage in going forward. So what I'm also seeing is, oh gosh, this is going to be a long one. All right, some of yous are changing on a physical, mental, and spiritual level, but your ego is kind of scared of the change. So that's going to take some adjusting to do, because the ego hates change, and it feels like it's losing something and it's losing control. So you may want to try check your ego, but be open to change. Change is good. It's welcoming the new. You know, change is really good. It sucks, but every time you have to change, there has to be an ending to start the new, if that makes sense. So some of these may be in an ending phase or something, maybe a relationship or a job, looking for a new job, and it's a scary time. Your next card is surrender to divine timing. Oh, wicked. And then it's also surrender to divine timing, and it's got Big Ben on it. So some of you may be living in England right now as well, whoever's watching the reading. And the card says, sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. Yeah, some of you's yeah, some of you are going for a transition and you want things to happen now, and it's not taking its time, but some things you just have to wait for. I know about all waiting because I've got impatient, yeah. So everything works out in divine timing, whether you see it or not. Whether it's a relationship coming in, you want something to manifest, whether it's changing internally or externally. Yeah, it's about surrendering because things are out of your control, and what you want's coming in, but it's not on your time. Unfortunately, it's on the universal time, when the universe is ready for it to manifest. And some of you need to be open to receive. Like I was saying, if you've got a blocked heart chakra, you can't be open to receive if you're stopping the flow of energy, is what I'm getting. And your last card is surrender to what is. And the card says, flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accept it exactly as it is will bring you peace. So some of you need to just surrender to where you're at on your current journey, and be more present instead of thinking about, oh yeah, will this happen, will that happen. Try to focus on being present and accepting things as they currently are, instead of wanting looking for more, should I say. That things could be better, but things could be a lot worse is what I'm getting. So be grateful for your current situation. And that's your reading, guys. Hope it resonated. If you like the video, like, share, subscribe, but don't be shy. I see you watching but not liking. If any of you guys are interested in a personal reading, send me an email or send me a DM on Instagram. The readings are half price at the moment, so if you're interested, get at me anyway. Peace, love and light, tribe. I'm going to hit you guys up real soon.